Oh, welcome to Half Past Broke, where the dreams are big and the wallets are smaller. I'm Thiccest.
Wow, throwing it back old school. I'm Eric. That was the original intro. Well, maybe not like the official.
Yeah.
No, I guess it was the first
Yeah,
official.
it was the I think it was the
Yeah.
first one we ever did on episode 1.
Did we do it at episode 1? I feel like we kind of just like I'd have to go back and listen, but I feel like we kind of just wung it on the first couple episodes, and then we're like, let's make a catchphrase.
Yeah,
and that was it. That it has it on the t-shirts, it has it on the stickers. Ladies and gentlemen, you've entered a place where the dreams are big and the wallets are small. How do you feel about that?
You know, I figured we call back to it. We've been trying to do a couple one-liners, and I think maybe we stick to the tried and true this episode.
It's what the people want.
It has nothing to do with the fact that I hadn't thought of a one-liner or anything.
yeah, not at all. And the fact that we're once again not prepared,
completely unprepared for this. No, I did. Before we start, you drinking anything special today?
Oh, I actually am, and I've been waiting to crack it open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been on this fucking root beer kick.
Oh yeah,
all right?
You were drinking root beer the other day.
Love this stuff. I used to hate root beer when I was a kid. Hated it. I was like, this is disgusting. Why would anybody drink this? And now I'm like, I'm a refined adult now. Okay.
It's like
I drink root beer.
It's like when you don't like beer as a kid, and you just that's all you drink when you're an adult.
Yeah. So this is it's from Trader Joe's. Ooh. It's called Virgil's handcrafted root beer, and it's just fucking good.
That sounds really good, actually.
It's really good. I'm telling you, like, I'm never gonna go to that store and not pick up a little 4-pack. They're probably like $5 for a 4-pack.
That's not bad, especially I mean, it's like you're not if you're like not pounding down drinks. It's like the same thing as buying like a 6-pack of beer and you're just kind of enjoying a beer. You don't mind spending a couple extra bucks.
Yeah. So that's what I'm drinking, and I love it, and I highly recommend. If you hated root beer when you were younger, revisit it. Give it another chance, okay? Just, what about you? What are you drinking?
I actually, I was out and about today, so I actually picked up a Reign, which is much like Bang and those other, like the Gamer Fuel or whatever's that are 0 calories, 0 carbs. Well, it has 1 carb in it, 1 gram.
1 carb?
1 gram.
This is pathetic.
It's got 35 milligrams of potassium in it, though. I picked it up.
Shove 3 bananas down your throat.
I forgot to grab my Bubba, so I was like, I'm thirsty, and I don't want to buy water because Dasani has salt in it, and I'm not if I'm thirsty, I'm not going to be drinking something with salt in it.
Salt water.
No, seriously, look
Reign.
it up. Dasani straight up just says salt in the ingredients.
Well, Dasani is also just fucking tap water.
Yeah,
right?
Well, it's tap water, but they put salt in it to make you more thirsty, so you buy more.
That's the whole thing with Gatorade too, right?
Yeah.
Isn't Gatorade have sodium in it?
That's what electrolytes are. Electrolytes are just
I love Gatorade.
Sodium.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Put all the salt in the world you want. I love Gatorade.
I'm not a big fan of Gatorade. The only sports drink I like is Blue Powerade. I love Blue Powerade. Blue Powerade is so goddamn good.
We've been over this. Powerade's a knockoff, dude.
I know, but still, I mean, it's still I don't know why, but Blue Powerade, it's just, I don't even know what the flavor is. It's just Blue Powerade.
Hold on, I'm looking it up right now. What came first, Gatorade or Powerade? What do we got? I need to know, because I need to know which is the, Gatorade came out first in 1965, and Powerade came out in 1988. So, Gatorade was a tried and true sports drink corporation.
Well, whatever.
Powerade, like fucking 30 years later, was like, I notice a lot of athletes are drinking this shit that's not even good for them. Let's get on this train. And Powerade first came out under Pepsi.
Really?
Pepsi. 1988.
But
33 years ago.
Don't let Bobby Boucher hear you say that, because the tried and true sports drink is water.
You're 100%
ice cold
right.
H2O.
Yeah, and 99% of the time I am drinking water.
Yeah,
but I don't know, something about I like the Gatorade Zeros these days.
Yeah, I notice a lot of diet drinks have taken out the aspartame and are maintaining still sweet, so you don't get that weird diet aftertaste.
I never really got the aftertaste.
Something I could Diet Mountain Dew. I couldn't drink that, but they took out the aspartame from it, so now Diet Baja Blast. Just tastes like lighter flavored Baja Blast. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I was never big on soda. When I was a kid, I wasn't like allowed to have soda.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Soda was for special occasions. So like if there was like a family party or something, I could have soda. Obviously, that's when I was like a very little kid. And I'm also a firm believer. You know what? I just had a quick memory of when we first started doing the podcast. A segment I wanted to do, which is terrible, and we shouldn't do it. But I'll bring it up anyway. It was going to be called Parenting Advice from People Who Don't Have Kids.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And my first bit of parenting advice is if your kid can't open a bottle of soda by themselves, they shouldn't be drinking it. And that's it. I've just seen too many times people. I don't know.
To be
what
fair,
do I know
I've
about
known
kids?
a couple adults that can't open a bottle of soda or a can of soda by themselves.
And guess what? Maybe they shouldn't be drinking it either. But yeah, I don't know. I was never really big into soda. I got really big into soda when I was like drinking a lot in my early 20s, and I was like, fuck man, I should really cut back on the booze. So I was like, oh, I'll just drink soda instead.
Which
and then
is
I
just
like
equally as bad as ours.
And then I'm just like, great, I gained 30 pounds. Cool.
So this you actually made me think of something. How do you open your cans of soda? Like, how do you get how do you get the tab? How do you get grip onto the tab? Do you like
this?
Do you claw it?
Yeah.
See,
I claw it.
I push down on the center until it pops up in the middle, and then I grab it with my finger and pull.
No,
like,
what are you
I take it, I push down like right there, and so like the tab starts to pop up, and then I like get my finger up underneath and pull. I see people do so many different ways of opening up soda. Like they use like the whole claw method to like grab onto the thing and pull.
That's what I do.
Some people I see like they get the nails and they start picking at it until it pops the can lid, so it pushes it up a little bit more.
So I do a combination of that method and the claw. I do the claw, but I don't use my nail to get the tab up. I use the meat of my finger, right?
Yeah,
the
meaty paws.
The meat mittens. I use the meat mittens to kind of pop the tab up a little bit, and then pull it. Yeah, I don't know. I never thought of that. You see the people on like TikTok now who are shotgunning beers and they're just pushing down the bottom with their thumb and puncturing the hole with their thumb. That just doesn't seem safe to me.
Yeah, I'd be afraid to like cut the shit out of my fingers.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah, right? Like, how is that not? I mean, we're going to have to try it one day.
Have you seen the trend where people are grabbing like this part of the lid
Yes.
and ripping them off? I'm like,
what is
it skews me out.
With people?
It's
what's wrong with people?
You know, like not many things skeeve me out. Like I'm pretty like unfazed by stuff. People brushing their teeth or any sort of like brush on something. Like I'm getting chills just thinking about the sound. I do not like the sound of brushes. Like on teeth. Like I hate brushing my teeth. It's like a task for me to do it because like it skeeves me out so much to the point where like I get like queasy from it. Like,
yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like I would be grossed out if like some fucking weirdo was brushing his teeth in front of me and like spitting
it's not
at me.
It's not the gross factor because like if people are like, you know, sanding or whatever, it's that sound. That sound is like for some reason it just like it gives me like such a weird like feeling.
I feel like a lot of people, right, the whole nails on a chalkboard thing. Nobody likes nails on a chalkboard. No one's like, everyone's like,
it goes down to just me brushing my teeth, like the sound.
You brushing your own teeth.
Yeah.
Really?
Like,
okay,
it bothers me that much. Like I don't like the sound. I don't like the feeling. Like it just every time I hear any sort of like brush, like when I was cleaning my sink today, for example, like just brushing when Liz was brushing like the wood, I had to walk away. I couldn't listen to it.
What about a balloon, right? If you put your hands on a balloon and kind of like you know that noise it makes?
That one doesn't bother me. It's literally the bristle sound, like dry bristles scrubbing on a dry surface. Like for some reason, like not like
you hate friction.
Yeah,
you hate friction. Is what you're saying.
The friction sound of bristles. Like I don't know why that it just skeeves me out to the point where like I'll stop doing and lose track of everything I'm doing if I hear it. Like I can't. I just can't. I don't know why. It's just always been that one sound that always bothers me.
Yeah, there's a few that bother me, but just like I feel like the ones that bother me are ones that would like nothing too outrageous, like things that like should bother you, you know?
Yeah.
Like things. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
and like I get,
that
I know like it's a common thing for people to be skeeved out by that. It's just I think I take it to a more of an extreme level because I
the
can't even do it to my own teeth.
I've never heard of like brushes. I can totally see like sanding, like
Yeah,
grinding
it's
things, like
just that,
things grinding. I get that.
but you know, like the general sound of what that like the
Yeah.
brushes and the sanding sounds like. It's just that sound. It's
hmm
not the act of it. Like looking at it is fine. Like as long as I can't hear it, it's fine.
Yeah, that's I mean, everyone's different. Everything. Everyone's brains work differently, and what someone may enjoy. There's probably people out there who fucking love that noise,
Yeah, right.
There's probably,
Oh god, I love
probably
the
a little
sound.
too much.
They just
Yeah,
brush their
bro-
teeth down to the gum because they just love the sound so much. As
brush
I'm
your
doing
teeth
this.
for me, baby. Yeah. There's, what? So everyone's different, and that's okay. That's what makes all of us
Yeah.
unique.
It just makes it more interesting to talk about.
Yeah, when you fucking punch me in the mouth when I'm brushing my teeth, I fucking told you, you fucking
Can you
asshole.
imagine us like sitting around like a bucket at a campsite and just like a second you start brushing up, just like shut up, get that shit out of here.
Yeah, just drop kick me into oblivion.
Yeah.
Speaking of camping, right? When I was camping the other day, we were missing out on. So you know how everyone has like kind of like their role at the campsite, and we were missing the one crucial role, and that was you last time. It was the guy who just wants to keep the fire going the whole time. That's you. That's 100% you.
Yeah, that's so me.
I kept it going out of necessity because I was cooking. But on this trip, I was guy who cooks. I cooked everything. I loved it. I cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. We need a snack? I got you. We're cooking nonstop.
We
I
tag
love
teamed
that.
that role last time when we were camping, which was really nice. I didn't.
Yeah. I love cooking. I love.
Yeah.
What do you got? Oh, Liv just brought me something. What is it? She brought me a bang.
Oh yeah, it was the Dollar Tree bang.
Is it a Dollar Tree bang? No. Oh, the bougie bang.
Oh, the bougie. What flavor?
It's called Bangster Berry.
I haven't had that one yet. I've seen it before.
Bangster Berry. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm interested. Yes, I'm sorry. So I got a little distracted by the bangster. But yeah, I feel like everyone has their specific roles.
Yeah.
Like when camping, and I don't like to be. I like to start the fire. I don't want to sit there and maintain the fire for 3 days. I just don't want to.
I don't know why it's such a second nature to me. Like I've like as I remember like and it's so funny that you pointed out because like I'll have full on conversations while I'm walking away to get wood and put it in the fire and stoke the fire. I'll just be like casually doing it. It's just like something that I do. Like I've been able to keep fires going. Like wake up in the morning, stoke the coals a little bit, throw a couple kindling on there to reignite the flames. Like I don't know why. It's just something I've always done. Like even when I was camping with my family, I think they just kind of expected me to do it.
Yeah, I got complacent, right? When I'm just like, damn, there's no one here who wants to keep the fire going. Now I have to.
Yeah, right.
I know this can sound like, oh, fucking pyromaniac. I love to start fires. I like to start fires at campsites because I like to keep my skills sharp.
It's also rewarding too, like being able to start a fire and like cook on that fire that you start.
Yeah, that's like a necessity of life. Is you need to be able to know how to start and control a fire in a fire pit.
Exactly.
And to cook, to stay warm. Like, so I like to start the fire to know that I can in any situation. So that's why I like to get the fire going. After that, someone else fan it. Someone else put the wood. I don't want to. I want to cook. I want to cook on the fire.
Yeah, I totally get that. And like, you know what? I've like you've actually inspired me. Like, cause you got your go bag and everything. I've been like slowly accumulating stuff for the go bag. I found there was a 12x12 tarp that at Big Lots for like $5 that I almost bought.
Really?
I almost bought it. I might go back and get it. But
Buy it.
there was also rope right next to it. You could basically run a canopy. And did I tell you about the Aldi purchase I got? I think I talked about it last week. I bought I bought a hammock from Aldi out of the same material as tent material. And it like compacts down to like basically the same size as like my sleeping bag. So like you could just stick all that in a bag and you basically have like a mobile campsite.
Exactly. I slept in the whole weekend. I was at Shenandoah. I slept in a hammock.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do from now on.
Boom.
Like that's how I'm gonna start camping. I'm gonna literally make a camping bag, and then like I'll probably throw my grill in the back of my car. Like I'm gonna just turn my
Hmm.
car into your car, basically.
That's it,
Well,
baby. Let's
do
go.
you have the thing? Cause I don't know if your car has it. My car does. Like if you lift up the spot where the tire's supposed to go, there's actually like almost like a workshop kind of thing, like a storage container down at the bottom that you could store quite a bit in there.
You can store quite a bit in there. I don't know what mine has because I think I have an almost full size spare tire. I don't know why. I
Oh
did air quotes.
yeah. Almost full
So
size.
yeah, I mean, I guess technically
it is a full
Uh,
size.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. It's almost full size. It's like half the dimensions. I think it like the height of the tire is the same, but the width is a little smaller.
Oh, is it not quite a
Um,
donut?
It's not a donut. It's
Oh,
somewhere in
okay.
between a full size spare and a donut.
Interesting. I've never seen
Yeah.
that before. I always just
So-
like the last two vehicles I had were trucks, so they always have full size spares.
Yeah, exactly. I always had because they just put them underneath the truck.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Was your Ranger one was probably underneath the bed, right?
Yeah, it was in between. It was right after where the differential was.
Yeah, and you take the long rod and put it in and
Yep, exactly.
and lower it down on the chain. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that the full size tire. I don't even know if my car has a spare tire or not. If it does,
has to.
if it does, it's
It
a
has to.
donut. There's no way I have like
Yeah.
that whole storage compartment and a full size tire in there. But then again, the tires on that thing are small.
Very small. They've got to be like 14-inch rims.
I think they are 14-inch rims. I think they're the smallest
Yeah.
you can go without like bike tires, motorcycle tires.
he's got bicycle tires on his car.
Imagine just having a bicycle spare tire.
I'll be back in 0.2 seconds. Fucking lightning fast.
Oh, lightning fast. There he goes. And he's around the corner. And he stepped back down. He sucked the landing.
Usain Bolt, back the fuck up. I'm coming for you. Talking about go bags, I just went through all of this on my last trip, but this stuff is, if you're a coffee drinker, and coffee will not save your life, but it can. If you're in an emergency situation, sometimes it's nice to have that bit of normalcy. And for some people, it's a cup of coffee. It's as simple as that. This motherfucking shit, the instant coffee, this stuff, if you poured me a cup, it's called Alpine Star Instant Coffee.
It actually tastes good. I love the slogan.
It tastes like you, that's what it says. It says instant coffee that actually tastes good. If you poured me a cup of this, like at a convenience store or something, I would think it's just regular coffee. It's so goddamn good.
See, the military, the MREs that they give you in the military come with freeze-dried coffee, like the little like pellet things that you put in hot water, and that's like actually tasted like normal ass coffee. That was like the only good thing in MREs.
Do you have to strain it? Like, do you have to press
No,
it, or is it fully instant, dissolves in?
Yeah, it's fully instant, dissolves right in and everything. It's not, I mean, it's not like the best coffee, but it's like the best thing in MREs. Besides, like, they give you powdered Gatorade in there too, so like, I guess that counts too. It's good stuff.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Do they still give you cigarettes?
No, I wish that would be.
Didn't they used to, right? In like World War II,
Yeah.
the MREs have like cigarettes. In
Yeah,
them?
they came with like a little 5-pack with like a match thing glued to it. Like that one dude, the MRE.
Steve. MRE Steve or something.
Yeah, MRE Steve, 1979 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
He does all that. Does he smoke the cigarettes?
Yeah, he does actually.
That's funny. That's good because they're from like the 40s.
And he like rates the cigarette taste because he's like found like cigarettes from like, because like I guess like some newer MREs, like the French MREs, do still have cigarettes in them. And I guess if you get like squad pack MREs, like the really big ones, it comes with a carton of Camels.
That's what I would want in an MRE. Keep your Jello, you know. Keep
they don't give you Jello, man.
Keep your snack packs, okay? Give me a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, right. Hey, if I'm out in the field, I'm not gonna take a vape with me. I'm taking a pack of cigarettes.
I don't know. It's tough. These are things that like you don't consider, right?
You know, it's. I guess I keep thinking back to the last time I smoked like an actual cigarette, and it's been a while. It's been like I guess it's been about a year since I smoked one, and that's because like I didn't have my vape. I was like in between bottles, and I was like, "Hey man, can I bum a cigarette?" I smoked one, and I was like, "Oh yeah, no more." It tastes so horrible. Once I got settled into like the vape thing, I can't smoke cigarettes anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
I still enjoy a cigarette. I actually just bought a pack because I had like 3 beers and I'm like, oh, that's it, gonna smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. That was me last night. I was like just like choo-choo training it.
Yeah. So, and oh my God, I just don't even want to talk about how much I paid for it. It's not quite New York prices, but like it was bad. It was the first time I paid into the $10 range
Oh,
for a pack.
Oh, so you know how you've seen like the reservations, the Indian reservations and
Hmm.
everything. You know how they
Yeah,
sell cigarettes there, right? For like super cheap. Like you could buy like a $20 carton of cigarettes there.
I've never been, but I believe I know of that.
Apparently, you know how there's a vape ban in New York and New Jersey.
Hmm.
Apparently, the Indian reservations don't have to follow that ban, so you can go there and buy flavored nicotine juices.
Can you just go there, or
Yeah, you could
do you
just
have to
go
be
there.
do you have to have like
I
because don't they have like a card that says like I'm of this tribe, I will purchase from the reservation, or
You
is it just
have
like
to be.
hi, I like cheap
I think
cigarettes?
you need that to purchase land on the reservations
I'm
or
not
own
sure.
land.
I can't even talk about this. I don't even fucking know
But
anything, and that would just be
the only thing I know is that I could straight up just go on the Indian reservations.
really.
Like, yeah, no, like just go right on. Back when I was a smoker, I used to buy like 4 or 5
Mm,
cartons, like $100 worth of cartons. It would give me like what,
yeah,
like 50 packs of cigarettes, and I would just be good for
yeah,
like a month.
yeah. I mean, it's always been that way. I mean that's pretty interesting, but you come over to like God, like what are the New York City prices? Like almost $20 a pack of cigarettes.
I think I haven't really looked at cigarettes lately, but if the views pods or anything to go off of, they're like getting up to like $15 a pack for cigarettes.
For they've been 15. New York City's been
Oh, New
15.
York City. Yo, no, like
Yeah.
outside of New York City, like the rest of New York is getting up to $15. Cause it was like
Yeah.
last time I bought a pack of cigarettes in New York was 4 years ago. And it was like $12 for a pack of Marbs. Cause if you're gonna buy cigarettes, you got buy the good stuff.
Yeah, that's when I was smoking regularly, I would buy like Maverick menthols because I save a couple bucks, but like if I buy a pack every like couple of months now, I'll just get like what I actually want.
Yeah, exactly. I'll still smoke cigars. I still
I like a good cigar.
yeah, exactly. Like I've smoked black and milds every once in a while. Like I mean, they're not like the best, but they're like
No.
certainly better than smoking tar out of a cigarette.
Mhm.
Black and milds
Yeah,
are at least a little bit more flavored.
yeah, I do. I get black and milds when I'm like in between, when I'm like, oh, I don't want to smoke cigarettes, but I want to smoke something or
Yeah,
something social.
yeah,
But I do enjoy a good high quality cigar. My buddy always has like awesome cigars. So every time I go see
yeah,
him, he's like, "Here, yeah, let's have a cigar." And I'm just like, this is fun. This is a nice social experience, you know?
yeah. I like I think the brand's called Acid. There's a brand called Acid, and they make a
Hmm.
really nice cigar, and I think they're like $12 for like one cigar, and they're pretty good. Like I like them a lot.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah,
like the
there's so
highest
many
quality, but
no, there's so many cigars I don't know about, but I don't have to because like I said, like my buddy, he knows everything about it. He knows, every brand, every cut, every style, and I'm just like, I like this type of flavor and I like this length, and he's like, I got you.
yeah.
And he just like I just like describe like what I want at the current time, and he's like, all right, I know exactly what to get you.
I think the coolest cigars are the ones where they just take like a bunch of tobacco leaves and just literally roll them, so it's just a rolled up like
That's all
tube.
cigars.
Yeah, no, not all of them. Like the cheaper ones, they're like basically cigarettes just in like one big tobacco leaf.
I feel like all the cigars. Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know about the cheaper ones. Like Black and Mild is just a bunch of like chopped tobacco.
Yeah,
But
that's
like
what I mean. Like
I don't really consider that. That's more of a cigarillo.
Like,
But like
that's
any nice cigar is literally just the leaf, like
yeah, that's
rolled into one.
yeah, that's the kind of cigars I like. Oh my god, I used to
Yeah.
have this one. I used to smoke these one cigars that were really good, but they packed a punch. Like you felt like
Mm.
you felt like you felt it
Oh
in the
yeah,
back of your head, like
yeah.
smoking it.
They're no joke. They
Yeah.
are no joke. Yeah, I enjoy a nice cigar. It's been a while since I've had, I don't even count Black and Milds as cigars. They're just
Yeah,
like,
no, they're just flavored cigarettes.
yeah, pretty much that last longer.
Exactly.
But yeah, so what do we? Oh man, Verdun, right? Verdun is free
Oh
right
yeah, I wanted to talk about that. Do you want to play that?
now. No, no, I'm never gonna play it, but I have it and I downloaded it. Or I didn't download it. I purchased, air quote purchased, because it's free right now on Epic Game Store. If you guys aren't keeping up with the free games on Epic Game Store, you're missing out. Because once upon a time, I believe Verdun was actually a highly coveted game.
Yeah.
I believe that people were playing it a lot, and now and even now, it's still a $20 game. Get it
Train
for free.
Train Simulator is gonna be free next week.
No, is
Train
it?
Sim World 2.
Oh, I'm fucked. I'm. You know I love simulators.
Yeah,
You're never gonna see me
you
again.
would vehicle simulator specifically.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Anything I can like, I don't know. So to me, the whole draw to trains is I don't really care about trains, but like I'd like to know how to,
Yeah.
operate one. That's cool, right? No, and it teaches you how to operate a train.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah, that is. I mean, that's super cool. It almost looks like Train Simulator. Almost looks like. Hang on, let me look. Let me click on it real quick after I purchase for done, because I'm gonna forget if I don't.
Yeah, I still do. I've been doing a lot of Flight Simulator, and I
Yeah,
have for years.
I've been loving your stream, man. That raid that Misakat gave you.
Oh, that was so
Like,
funny.
I can't believe how many
like,
people stuck around too. Like they were
yeah,
just
and
like...
then everything crashed. Like I hit like a 700 person raid from Missa. Thank you so much, Missa. And then like I was like, oh wow, this is wild. This is so cool. And I'm like, because some people are like, oh cool, Flight Sim. I like Flight Sim. I'm talking to people about Flight Sim, and I'm not that anyone knows what this means. I'm coming in on final at the airport I was landing at, and everything crashes. My OBS crashed to desktop, stopped streaming. My Flight Sim crashed to desktop, stopped playing. My fucking browser wouldn't load my anything, so I'm just sitting there like,
oh, by the way,
well, that was nice while it lasted.
Huge credit to Liv, because she kept like everyone updated in the chat while you were like getting everything set up.
Yeah.
So like
and
everyone kept talking.
even after I was up.
Yeah.
Even after I was back up, I'm like, I can't see chat. So
yeah, you still had like 100-something people even after the crash, which was awesome. That was such a cool time.
Yeah, it was fun. That was a lot of fun. That was an enjoyable time. It's enjoyable to see other people who enjoy Flight Simulator, you know?
Climb into the cab of a train. Oh yeah, I'm getting this one.
Is that it? Are we just gonna be train sim people now?
Drive high-speed inner-city German rail for the first time as you push the throttle and climb speeds in the famous DB ICE 3M out of Köln. Take on the challenge of hauling long freight across sand patch grade, including the Cumberland Terminal, using the raw power of the CSX AC 4400 CW. Master the patterns and stations of the world-famous London Underground on the Bakerloo line. That's really cool. It's like it's European too, which is where all the train rails are. Like you think there's a lot of trains up in the US, like Europe's got us beat by a lot.
There's well, they probably have a much more efficient like mass transit system.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I think all their transit systems are international too. They cross like state lines and shit, or country lines and shit.
Yeah. So they have I'm looking right now. They have a whole, you know how I have like my flight sim set up? It's pretty, it's just this. It's just my flight stick right now. My shitty little fucking flight stick.
You shake it every time you pull it
I fucking hate it. I hate it so much. It's so bad. But they have whole setups for Train Simulator too.
Oh, like, really?
Like, oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna put a link right here.
Yo, yeah, so I gotta check this out.
It's a lot of money. And I don't think I would get so into Train Sim that I would get this.
That's such a cool terminal,
right?
Though.
Right? But like, who knows? So if you guys, let me paint you guys a picture. So on the face of this, it's a whole setup. It basically looks like a keyboard. Imagine your regular gaming keyboard. On the front of it, there's probably 30 buttons, and on the very top there are levers and switches and knobs and all types of things. So you basically are controlling it as you would be controlling a train.
Oh, you're not wrong either. It is not cheap.
No, I mean it's $200. That's like not that bad. I mean it's on par for simulator things. Like
yeah, I feel like like other than like the keyboard and mouse, and keyboard and mouses aren't even all that cheap either. But
no,
like
not if you get good ones.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of these like are always like super expensive setups, but they're like worth it if that's like the thing you do. EV style.
Exactly. So like some people would look at this and be like, "Who the fuck would spend $200 on this?" I'm like, guess what? In 2 weeks, I very well could be selling a kidney to purchase this. You know?
Yeah, right.
Who knows?
Oh, let's not forget while we're talking about the free games for next week and everything. I was like just offhand clicking on the other one that's free next week, Mother Gunship. Mother Gunship is a bullet hell FPS where you craft your own guns, fight huge bosses, and defeat a robotic alien armada that conquered Earth. Face off against overwhelming odds in a brutal non-stop combats. It's basically Doom.
It sounds like a '90s grunge band name.
Mother Gunship. It
Yeah.
does. It does. This looks really cool though. Like I'm just like I'm like watching the gameplay of it. It's just like it's basically like just Doom but against robots and aliens
Very
and
cool.
stuff. And it's
And
got
that-
like kaiju battles like on like how Colossus with the
Shadow of Colossus.
Shadow of Colossus. Yeah, you fight like huge bosses.
It's like God of War too.
I haven't played God
No.
of War.
I never played. I played God of War briefly on an emulator, and I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, it never really piqued my interest at all.
So what else do we have for the free games?
I don't know. Is Steam still doing like the random free games every once in a while? I haven't seen one in a while, but
I don't think so. I don't really keep up with Steam on that, just because they very rarely do.
Battlefield 1's a free weekend right now. This weekend.
The free weekends don't do it for me.
Yeah,
you know.
but it's $4.79 for Battlefield 1 because 2042 is coming out next week.
Yeah. What is Battlefield 1 the last game that came out?
I think it's the most recent one. I think. Not 100% sure.
I don't know. I haven't played a Battlefield game since Battlefield 3 came out in like 2011 or 2012, and I just didn't like it. I love the world, right? I loved the cities. The city, that's one thing they do so good is the city building they do. That's so cool.
Yeah.
It was a little clunky for me. I came from Counter-Strike.
Oh, look at that.
and-
Dragon Ages. All the Dragon Ages are on sale again. They just
Are
like
they?
consistently go on sale. It's 75% off right now. It's $10.
That's pretty good. I think they might be putting a new one out, so that could be why.
Outer Worlds is on sale again, but the new Outer Worlds isn't supposed to come out until next year. Maybe
Mhm.
it's just trying to get people back into it so they anticipate it more. I see what you're doing.
What? What am I doing?
No, the game.
Oh, what are they doing?
They're like all these games that are going on sale right now. Keep in mind, guys, like the games that are going to go on sale are the games that are from companies that are releasing sequels or new versions of the games that are on sale.
Get you hooked and then make you pay the $70 for the new one.
Yeah, exactly. Which is cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is when you do it. You buy the old game as the new one comes out. Unless it's a multiplayer game, then it's kind of hard to like buy the old one and then expect people to still be playing it after the.
You
new one
remember?
come out.
You remember when we were doing the E3 review and I said, "Oh, Death Stranding. That always reminds me of Death Stranding."
Yeah.
there was another game. Days Gone. Days
Oh,
Gone.
that one's on
always
sale,
reminds
too.
me. Yeah, that's why when I saw it, I was like, "Oh shit, that's the one that always reminds me of Death Stranding."
Yeah, that one's on sale.
Um,
It's just $10 off, but still, I mean, $40 as opposed to 50 is not bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of sales right now, and I actually found I forget what it was called. Cheap ass gamers. I found a Twitter account where they're doing what we're trying to do. So good for them.
Yeah.
They put out all the deals online, so it's really good to follow that. I'll find the link and I'll.
Is that the TikTok guy that does it too? Do you see the guy on TikTok that does that a lot?
No, I haven't. I haven't been on TikTok in so long. Where are you, Christmas? Why can't I find you? It was flooding my feed before, and now I can't find a goddamn thing from it. Are you serious?
Oh, Final Fantasy 1.
Come on, you fuck.
They just put out Final Fantasy 1.
Which one? The remaster or the original?
Let me look. The original Final Fantasy comes to life with with completely new graphics and audio. A remodeled 2D take on the first game in the renowned world. Oh, I don't like the way it looks. I prefer the 20th anniversary one. It looks a little bit better. But yeah, they finally put Final Fantasy 1 on Steam, so.
It wasn't on Steam? They had all the other ones?
Nope. Final Fantasy 1, 2, and Tactics is not on Steam yet.
Tactics is a game I have to revisit because
Tactics.
Yeah, I was too young. It's kind of like root beer and mustard. I didn't like it when I was a kid, so I might
Mustard,
enjoy it.
really?
Yeah, I wasn't a mustard guy until I can remember the exact moment where I put mustard on a hot dog, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. I was 19 years old, the tender age of 19, working in a construction job that was adding a store onto a mall. So I went to the little food court, and they had a little hot dog stand there, and I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna try this, because my dad always loved mustard on hot dogs, and I always liked ketchup, and he's like, oh, mustard's really good, you should try mustard. I'm like, I don't like it. And I fucking tried mustard on a hot dog, and it changed my life forever.
Well, I'm glad, because that homemade mustard that I made, you guys seem to really appreciate when I made those with the beer brats.
I just love mustard.
Yeah, mustard is so good.
I just love mustard.
You know, I'm not much of a ketchup guy anymore. I used to like really love ketchup, but I'm not much of a ketchup guy anymore.
What about on a burger?
Kind of, a little bit. Like a little bit to add like that vinegary taste to it.
Really? So what are you putting on? What you could build the perfect burger right now. What are you putting on it?
Ooh, the perfect burger would be lamb and beef ground, because lamb's super fatty, so it creates like that nice like whatever to it. I would probably do sauteed onions and mushrooms, Swiss cheese, then tomatoes and lettuce on the top, because you need the like the refreshing crunch and everything like that.
Exactly.
It's a good contrast. And then like on the bottom underneath the burger itself, I'd probably just like put mustard on it. I really don't like. I honestly don't even put ketchup really on my burgers much anymore.
Mustard on a cheeseburger.
I love the tanginess. The tanginess is a good contrast to the stuff that you have on there.
I love mustard, right? But on a burger, so my friend put it this way: anything that flies or once flew gets mustard.
What about hot dogs?
Pigs can fly. When pigs fly. Damn it, I guess this doesn't check out. You really debunked that. But as far as like burgers, right? So if you're gonna have a cheeseburger, I'm putting ketchup on it. But a chicken patty, it's getting
okay,
mustard,
I kind of get where he's coming from, because it's the same thing with like wine. Like red wine goes with red meat, and white wine goes with white meat, and pork tends to be more on the white wine side of things, so it makes more sense for pork to be mustard.
Yeah, I feel like now let's see, let's review this. Is pork go with I think
yeah, because like pork is definitely a better mustard. Pork is better with sweet stuff too, by the way. Like you ever had like pork with oh, what is it? Evie, enough, please stop. Go down.
Ham and mustard.
Okay, so sandwiches, like talking about deli meat, like yeah, like I mean most deli meat's like lighter meat. You don't really other than like roast beef, and I don't put ketchup on my sandwiches.
No, you'd be insane to.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd be absolutely out of your mind to have a perfectly good turkey and Swiss.
Yeah,
you know, and put ketchup on it. That's you know, obviously do what you will. I respect that, because
and if you're gonna use roast beef, it's generally like what, horseradish and au jus.
Yeah, so good. Horseradish. Yeah, man, roast beef is so good. But if you get a good enough roast beef, so I'm always conflicted as far as, because you know the whole thing, like, oh, if it's cooked good enough, you don't need sauce. Yeah, well, I like sauce. Okay.
Right? Not me. You know what? I will say this, the biggest reason why I've gotten away from using sauces on a lot of things, like even when I smoke stuff, I usually just dry rub and that's it. Maybe sometimes I'll put a little bit of barbecue sauce on like a sandwich. My beard is the absolute pinnacle of pain in the ass when it comes to anything saucy. Like wings, I won't even try to eat wings on any form. Like it's a once a year thing for me, because it just, my whole beard gets consumed. I can't eat soup. I can't eat chili without it just like covering my beard.
Well, soup, you could use a straw.
Oh my god!
So wings, you could eat boneless, cut them up.
A bone
right down the gullet.
I do like bone. I know boneless wings work, but boneless wings are garbage.
I don't know if they're garbage. I think they're just as good as bone in. Bone in.
My problem is the boneless wings aren't comparable. Like you cannot compare boneless to boned wings because it's a completely different process in which you achieve boneless wings. It's usually like breast or thigh meat covered in breading and fried. Whereas wings, like actual bone-in wings, are just the wings dropped in and fried. So like the skin is what creates that crunch. So like they're not comparable. Like I like them, but I don't compare them because they're just very different things. Basically, boneless wings are just beefier chicken nuggets.
Yeah, but if you're going with similar sauces, if the experience is more about the sauce than it is the cut of meat, then they're comparable.
I will say this, I have done this thing where I'll take chicken breasts and I'll cut them into cubes and I'll air fry them with like a dry rub of seasoning because the seasoning is kind of like the replacement for the breading, and then I'll toss them in sauce. So I have boneless wings that are not covered in breading, because I don't know, like anytime I have like boneless wings, the breaded ones, the breading is so much. It's like 90% of what you're getting is the breading. So I'm just never been a huge fan of them.
Yeah, I like them. And
to each his own. Like
I eat the. I guess 9 times out of 10, if they say bone in or boneless, I'm getting bone in because that's what a classic wing is to me. But don't get me wrong, if there's good sauce, right, and good things to dip it in, I'm getting boneless.
I will say this: I think my biggest problem is, or like the biggest reason why I like bone-in wings is the meat closer to the bone just has more flavor. It's a lot more juicier and stuff like that. So if I were to have like boneless wings, I'd probably use like thighs or something like that, because the thighs have a little bit more of that like succulent meat to them.
They're like juicy hams.
Yeah, a couple of hams, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh my god. Yeah, but you know what? You're right. Boneless and bone-in are two different beasts. But to me, whatever. To me, they're interchangeable. If you're being nitpicky, they are different. You are correct.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I'm not trying to even be nitpicky. It's like boneless and bone-in are just two very different experiences, even with the same sauces. Like, and like I said, I like them both. I just now with the beard, I tend to like boneless more now.
Yeah, there's less waste with boneless because you eat the whole thing, no questions asked. You ever see the people who eat a fucking wing?
Yeah.
And take like one bite and leave like 16 pounds of meat on it? I'm like, I want to slap you. There's so much meat left on that bone.
You know, there's a way to, like, if you have like a bone grinding setting on like a blender or something like that, you could turn it into compost. There's a lot of good stuff in the bone if you're like tossing it out. Like if you really want to get into like the waste part of it, there's a way to not waste it. Not that everyone does that or anyone does that, but bones are a good source of nutrients for plants if you don't end up using it.
Or you could make a chicken stock with it.
Yeah, there you go. I wonder what that would taste like. Chicken stock using chicken
probably
wings.
Probably pretty fucking awesome. Yeah. They're gonna be like, "Oh, would you like me to take your plate from you?" No, I'm bringing the bones home.
Can I get a doggy bag, sir? You're done.
Yeah, there's nothing left. You've sucked them dry. I said, not the marrow.
Oh my god, I actually might try that. I might have to go buy some wings. They're at their cheapest. Chicken is actually the cheapest I've seen it in a while. I bought drumsticks for 89 cents or 98 cents a pound.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And then I bought, I think they were boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and they were like $1.59 a pound or something like that. Chicken is the cheapest I've seen it in a while.
Boneless, skinless chicken for $1.69 a pound. Jeez, I'm coming up by you. It's still like $4 a pound, probably $3 by me.
I think the biggest, I'm sure it's a regional thing because like New York has a lot of chicken farms, but
yeah,
I think it's like this has got to be the cheapest I've ever seen it. Like even like buying like a whole thing of wings, like whole wings. If you guys are ever gonna like make your own chicken wings, buy the whole wing. Like the one that's not like separated from like each thing, so the drums and the flats are still attached, because then they charge you less for ones that are still attached, and you just cut them yourself.
Basically, the less work that they have to do, the less they charge you. So I buy a whole damn chicken.
Oh my god,
$10 for a whole chicken.
What's it called? Spatchcocking? Where you cut it.
Excuse me.
That's what it's called.
What?
Spatchcocking.
You will do no such thing to me.
Spatchcocking. No, it's where you cut the chicken and like basically flatten it out. So when you put it in the smoker, like it's
Yeah.
not in a circle. It's more of like a flat surface.
Hmm.
So it like gets like an even distribution of the heat and smoke and everything like that. And it's super cheap. Whole chicken, I think right now, I think I could buy one for like $5.
Mine. I just say 10 to 13 ish for like a 5, 6, 7 pound turkey.
That's so crazy. Oh, oh wow, really?
Yeah, probably 5 pound turkey.
I
Or
love
not turkey,
I
not
was gonna
turkey. I'm
say,
sorry, chicken.
jeez.
Yeah, no, turkey's like fucking $100 for a goddamn 10 pound turkey.
I wish we still did it. We used to raise turkeys every year, and like right around Thanksgiving, like and Christmas and everything, we would send them to the butcher. We'd get a free turkey. Well, not a free
Mhm.
turkey, but much cheaper,
Yeah,
and we'd sell off the other ones. And it ended up being like a pretty decent little side gig just to like save money on the holiday cooking.
yeah. I'd have a tough time with that. As far as like, I'm all into like survival and
Yeah.
and sustainability. But like, as soon as it comes time to like raise an animal, I'm attached to it. I've named it. He's my buddy. He's gone on walks with me, and then
Yeah,
happy birthday. Now we've got 12 turkeys that I refuse to kill.
I get the mentality for that, but I grew up in a very different mentality. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't hate on people that can't do it because I totally nowadays can't do it. Like, if I were to like get something, I mean, like, if I were to get a goat, or like what,
Mm.
like I'm thinking about getting, I'd love to get a goat and breed the goat and get the goat milk from it so I can make my own cheese.
That's nice. That's like,
And-
right. You don't have to kill him for that.
Yeah,
Right? You
it's,
just
exactly. It's humane, and then like you just,
little,
as long as you
little
keep
milk in action.
as long as you keep milking them regularly, they'll still produce milk long after the baby's a grown
Hmm.
thing. I know,
Yeah,
and I
I
know
feel
there's
like
ways.
I could.
What? Sorry.
I would say like out of necessity in the wild, if my life depended on it, yeah, I could.
I mean, that's kind of how I grew
Process
up.
it,
Like,
process an animal, but like I'm not gonna raise a fucking pig for 2 years and then be like, all right, it's bacon. Everyone's like, who fucking bacon time? I'm like, he's your buddy.
I hate to
You
say
know,
it,
he's
but
like,
have you heard
he's your best friend.
have you heard the term spring pig? You watched Charlotte's Web, right? Spring pigs don't last a whole year.
Wow.
They go
Well,
they go at Christmas
would with me.
time.
They would with me.
Yeah, no, we've raised pigs in the past too. Pigs are fun to raise. I did really enjoy having them around. They tasted pretty good too.
Oh, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Out
I
of
could
necessity.
honestly, I couldn't do it now because I make enough money. I can go to the grocery store and like buy my own food and stuff like that. But before, like, we used to hunt, we used to raise animals and stuff like that because it was a way to like save money. Like, we didn't have to buy eggs or meat or stuff like that. We just hunted most of the time.
Yeah. It's a great skill to know
Mm-hmm.
for emergency situations. For me, at least. It's a good skill to have and to know for emergencies, for when shit does go wrong and I run out of coffee in my go bag. You know? And I was like, damn it.
Oh yes, you're hunting the elusive coffee bean.
The wild coffee bean. He shot a bow and arrow into a fucking Folgers can.
I just walk in fully camo into like an Aldi or something and just start
Yeah.
shooting the things that you want. I'm hunting
Coffee
my own
bags.
food.
Yeah. This is how it works, right?
Oh
I,
my
had
god.
I wanted to make a funny video like that a while ago. I wanted to make like a survival video and be like really serious about it for like the first like 3 minutes, and then like, oh, I found a target. This will feed us for the next 2 days, and like draw back and let it fly, and like just like it hit the arrow right into like a fucking like
a-
deli sandwich, like a fucking sheet sandwich,
Oh my
like
god.
a bag of Doritos.
That's how people.
A clean kill.
So thinking about like necessity stuff, I would love to get a foraging book, like a book of like herbs
Yes.
and
Yes.
wild flora. Like that would be such a perfect book.
I had one in my hand at REI. Me and Liv were
Oh,
like, "This is cool
really?
for mushrooms." Mushrooms
Oh,
from
that's
like
so
the
cool.
mid Atlantic region. I was like, "I want this." It was $14 for like a little like laminated folding thing, and it just didn't. It's so much information, and I'm gonna see if I can find it cheaper.
It's not
But it was I would love to do that. I would love to get into like foraging like mushrooms and stuff like that.
The thing is, it's almost not something that I would get to like read on a regular basis. It's something I'd keep in like my go bag. So like if I
Exactly.
see something that like stands out to me, you can reference it in this book
Hmm.
because, books aren't gonna ever go offline. So
Hmm.
like if like the grid falls apart and we start
The
pulling
grid.
like coast to coast conspiracies and stuff like that, like yeah, no, if shit were to happen and stuff like that, I'd much rather have like a book with like pictures and identifying features and
Hmm.
descriptions and stuff like that, because I can't just like pull out my phone sometimes. It's nice,
Yeah.
it's nice to have like a physical thing. And I also want to get like a really like tough like durable journal so I can like write down different observations and stuff like that.
They have there's a company called Write in the Rain,
Oh, I
and
do remember you
it's like
telling me about
water, yeah.
this.
It's like waterproof paper, and then a pen I always carry on me. Do I have it right here? Where are you? Is it here? Wait for it. Yeah, here it is. This thing is a fucking Fisher Space Pen. It writes underwater. It
Oh, I
writes in
have one of those.
It writes in space. It writes upside down. So I don't know.
It writes
There's
in
little fun things like
space. Fuck
it's
gravity.
it was designed to write in space.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I would love to have something like that.
yeah. And speaking of being able to pull your phone out and have information at your fingertips, I do wish this was hard copy that I got, but I got it on PDF form.
Mhm.
Humble Bundle. They had a survival book bundle.
Ooh.
It's going on right now. Check it out. It's going on right
Yeah,
now.
let me pull this up.
I was like, do I want it? Do I want it? So naturally, cranked down about 7 or 8 beers and purchased it because that's what it. I was like, do I need it? Do I need a couple beers? And I'm like, oh fuck it, yeah, hell yeah.
Programming cookbooks.
No, it's really 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 good information. There's
The
like
ultimate survival guide. Okay,
Yes.
I found it.
Can you read off some of them because I don't have it up in front of
Yeah, the emergency survival manual, 294 life-saving skills. Assess, respond, protect. How to survive off the grid. How to survive anything. Hunting and gathering survival manual. 221 primitive and wilderness survival skills. Ultimate survival hacks. The ultimate backcountry survival manual. Ooh. Prepare for anything survival manual. 338
Yeah.
essential skills. Gear, skills, and survival. Camp, fish, hunting. Blah blah blah. Oh, the knife. There's a couple like a total knife manual. Ultimate bushcraft survival manual.
All right.
Beat the odds. There's like so many of them. The MacGyver manual.
Right? There's so many cool books in this, and no, I spend a lot of my time at my computer, and I go camping only like every couple months or weeks or whatever. But it's so much fun. Like it's a neat little hobby of mine that I like. I like the survival stuff. I'm not like crazy like over the top like tactical. I'm not gonna like wear a fucking ghillie suit to crawl up the stairs to go to the bathroom. But like
Yeah.
also I like to be prepared. Not like I'm not like a doomsday prepper, although that stuff is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it is.
But like I like to be prepared, It's fun to be prepared. It's fun knowing that like if shit goes down, I'm your guy. It's fun. I like it, and I like knowing things. I like being educated, and I love the outdoors. So this was like a fun little $20 purchase for me. This book bundle.
And you made me think about something, like talking about having a go bag and having something compact. Fishing poles are great, but that's bulk. Have you
Very.
seen the slingshot things? The ones that like go on your wrist and you like.
I love them.
I
Yeah.
want one so bad. I'm looking at them right now because you made me think about it. So I like pulled one out.
Yeah.
Slingshot fishing. It's like a whole like thing. Like you put it like on your wrist and you shoot it out. $54. That's actually not bad.
Yeah, they have like little mini fishing kits because like you don't need a whole rod and reel setup. You can just like put bait on the end of a string and throw it out there and catch fish. But like I don't know,
like if you're looking to survive, sunfish or sunfish. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
Here.
Yeah. So I don't know, stuff like that has always really been interesting to me. Just being how to survive, just survival stuff. You'd be surprised how many people don't know how to start a fire.
Yeah, and it's not like, oh yeah, give me my gun and stuff like that, kind of like
No.
stupid stuff like that. It's all about just like, being able to forage vegetation and being able to forage like what the right bugs to eat are. Because fun fact, bugs are the best source of protein. They are literally like little packets of protein.
Yeah, like everyone's like, oh, I'm stocking up on ammo. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Rob a fucking grocery store? You don't know how to start a fire. You don't know how to like hunt. Get your own food. You don't know which of the plants are edible.
I can't.
Good job. Now you got a bunch of ammo.
I can't remember if we talked about this on the last podcast, but like, if shit were to go down and like everyone was like bum rushing the stores to try to survive, like get the essentials and everything. You know how fast ammo would be expended? Like ammo would be useless after a couple years.
Why? Just because everyone's shooting each other?
Yeah, chaos reigns, man. People are buying up all this ammo and everything, and they're gonna stockpile it. You know what the best thing to get would be is learn how to use a bow.
Yeah.
And not even a compound bow. Learn how to use a recurve, because less parts means less things that could possibly go wrong. And arrows are recoverable. You shoot something, you can get that arrow back. And they're not, I guess I would say they're not hard to make, but they're a lot easier to make than ammo. Like for a gun. So
yeah, I have a recurve bow. I'm not great with it.
I have a compound, but I would love to get a recurve.
They're fun. They're fun. Mine's only like mine's for like target shooting. It's just to teach me how to shoot it. I mean, it's not even like ethical to hunt with it because it's only a 30-pound draw, and like you're probably not gonna kill if you hunt a deer, you're probably not gonna kill a deer with it. And great, now you've got a very, very upset deer running around with an arrow hanging out. Oh
yeah, and it's gonna die slow and painfully and all that. Yeah,
so it's unethical to shoot with like that low of a draw.
Yeah,
draw weight. But it's fun. It's fun to know. It's fun target practice, I like to know how to do things. I like to, maybe I spread myself too thin, but like I've always been.
I just pick up things as you go,
Yeah.
Like...
Well, I've always had a ton of hobbies. I've always liked to know how to do everything. Mm-hmm. Right. I have so many things that I can do like averagely. Like I can hang in like most sports you put me in, like most places, most activities. Like I can hang, but like I'm not exceptional at anything, and I'm okay with that. I like that because you experience more. I've done a lot of really cool things. I've done a lot of really cool activities, and I have like a cool like decent knowledge base on a lot of different things.
In this scenario, like this very specific scenario where there's like many different survival techniques, different survival skills to have, it's almost better to be like a master of none. Because like if you're like a jack of all trades, like you could kind of sift your way through a bunch of different of these like skills and stuff like that. But if you're like, I'm an expert fisherman, well, congratulations. What do you do when the lakes are frozen?
Ice fish, baby.
Yeah, but would it like you gonna like hand crank that, like like
yeah, a little auger. Well, yeah, I know. I'm just being a dick.
Yeah,
I know you're saying. So right now, apocalypse. Would you survive? How long would you survive? Realistically,
I live right next to a woods. I'd just go back there.
Okay. Now, what if it's like video game apocalypse, Fallout? How long are you surviving?
Oh, I'm dead.
Dead?
Yeah. Dead.
Why?
Because I'm not a psychopath.
Well,
and to be fair, when have you ever seen anyone play a sane playthrough of Fallout where they're the voice of reason? Like, remember all my playthroughs? I literally ran up and stabbed people in the head because they looked at me wrong.
Yeah.
If you're going by Fallout logic, nobody's sane enough to survive. Like, nobody in this day and age is sane enough.
I don't know about that. There's some fucking weirdos out there.
Yeah. But so, you know what I mean? Like, if we were talking like nuclear fallout, post-apocalyptic, like that is a survival of the fittest. That is going and finding canned foods because nuclear fallout is going to destroy the flora and fauna.
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
So that's
right.
a very much like not a survival situation. That is you're fighting your way to the top on that one.
What about a Left 4 Dead situation?
Zombie apocalypse?
Yeah.
I mean, I live in a pretty remote area. So the first thing I would do, like, honestly, like if it was like a case of you need to stay away from the population in order to survive, it wouldn't be hard for me to get away from a population where I'm at.
Now, what was the driving factor in, because not only do you have the zombies, but you have like there's something that started the zombie. So you don't only have to just worry about right, like the physical zombies knocking on your door and be like, "Sup, bitch, let me eat your brains." Right? You have to worry about the variable that caused the apocalypse.
Oh, like
so with
Resident
that on
Evil
top of that,
scenario?
something I've never played a lot of the Resident Evil games.
Resident Evil is like, you are not going to survive Resident Evil. Like it's like the virus is airborne. It kills plant life. It is like, in some scenarios it's sentient. Like the virus itself is sentient and can travel through waterways and stuff like that, and like turns into this like giant goo, like the newest Resident Evil and stuff like that. Like the world is pretty much doomed if it's that kind of scenario, because unless you get like a task force with Chris Redfield, because apparently Chris Redfield can't get the virus no matter how much he like plunges himself into zombies.
Really? I was just watching Gur play a Resident Evil 5 playthrough last night.
I love 5. 5 was good. 5 was when they were in Africa, right?
I have no idea. I was just watching him scream and shoot shit.
Yeah, 5
like, shoot him in the dick.
5 is the parasite. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, because 5 was technically when they had the virus contained to certain areas. So, like, I mean, in the Resident Evil universe, the world did bounce back. So, like, I guess if you could survive to the point where the world bounces back, sure. But like, you're still fighting for food, because it's canonical in the movies, at least, that plant life dies when the virus gets released into the atmosphere. In the games, that's not canonical. It's just humans and animals that get affected by the virus. But it's also canonical in the games that the virus is sentient and wants to fuck up humanity.
Really?
Yeah.
See, one of the only zombie games that I got really into was The Last of Us.
I never played that.
It's so good. Just, if you have a PS3, right?
Yes.
Pick up a copy for cheap.
Is it on Steam? Because I might just see if I can find it on Steam.
No, it's PlayStation exclusive.
It is a PlayStation exclusive. You're right.
It's the only reason I have a PS3. It's literally the only reason I have a PS3 is because I bought a PS3 to play that game, and I still haven't played Part 2 because PS4s just aren't cheap enough for me to buy yet.
Yeah, I have a PS4.
But what a cool game! Oh, really? Do play?
Yeah.
You could probably get a bundle or something with it. It's a really, really good. It's a really good storyline.
I might have to check it out.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
People love on The Last of Us. I always see good stuff about Last of Us.
Yeah, I got nothing really bad to say about it. And you know me, I hate single player. No, I don't hate single player games. I very rarely play through.
Yeah, that's not something that like engages you.
Yeah, and The Last of Us was cool. It's just like, it's survival with like I don't want to give away too much of it. It's a really cool survival, story driven zombie game. But it's not like zombie hordes. I don't know. It's cool. Check it out.
I do like that VR game, the Walking Dead VR game. I thought that was a really cool zombie game.
Never played it.
I've seen playthroughs of it, and I haven't seen like all the way through. I've only seen like the first couple hours of gameplay. But it looks cool. Like, you can actually like walk around and like you actually aim like with the VR and everything. Like, it's super cool. And you can like walk up, grab zombies in the head and stab them in the head and stuff like that. Like, you can do a lot more to it than just like the basic like controls in like other games.
Yeah. You know what I really liked as far as a zombie game goes? And it's like, might not even, like, I don't even know if it still is a zombie game, but DayZ.
Oh yeah, I do. I vaguely remember DayZ.
It was fun because it was like not like realistic, but it wasn't like Left 4 Dead's fun, like party game, but like, ugh, God, stop running at me, zombies. There's a million of you. I don't like this.
Oh my God, the endless rounds or whatever.
Nonstop.
Yeah,
so much. So like, DayZ was like, okay, go into the city, loot up. It was a very like survival driven, but like survival, not like shoot a million zombies and hope you don't run out of ammo. It was, go in, I don't remember if you could build a base, but it would basically just like loot up. And then it was, if you run into someone on the server, like, okay, do you trust them? Because it's
Mhm.
just it's another person, right? So they can kill you on the spot. There's no HUD. There's no you follow the sun
C-
in the different times of day.
Isn't
And so like, oh, do I trust this guy? And then they always fake you out. You kill them on the spot. 90% of the time, because if not, they will gain your trust and wait for their friend to show up, and they will kill you and loot you.
isn't DayZ like the predecessor to like Rust and Ark and all those like
No.
big server things? Like
Yeah,
how
I
it's
guess.
like you build your bases, you're like in a huge lobby with like 30, 40 people and
Yeah, but you
like
could be in a lobby with 30 people and never see a single person.
yeah, well that's what I mean. That's the same thing with Rust and Ark. Like Ark
Yeah.
and Rust maps are I mean, I don't know much about Rust, but I know the maps are big enough that like you could settle in an area and never run into someone else.
Yeah, a lot less base building than Ark and Rust. A lot
Yeah.
less base building, but more looting and
Just kind of
surviving.
more
Yeah,
of a survival.
eating. Yeah, hunting, surviving. It was
Uh,
just looting. It was just looting and looting and looting and looting, finding ammo
and
and just traveling the map.
going back to like surviving an apocalypse, like a zombie or like Fallout kind of apocalypse, like where you're just looting and looting and looting. That's that like, and you if you can loot and are able to like kill other people to do it, like you would survive in those apocalypses. Me, if it was
Mm.
apocalypse where like the government fell apart and like it was just the world was just in a state of anarchy and we were just back to whatever, I think I would have I would have a better chance of surviving one of those. Because I've learned survival skills over the years. I know how to hunt. I know how to do all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not like crazy enough to
Yeah,
see like assess a threat and be like, I need to kill this person right now.
exactly.
I'll be like, they're cool, they're my best friend. And shoot me. I'm like, damn it.
I feel like I'm far
You know?
too trusting for
Yeah,
for
yeah,
D-Day
yeah,
scenario
exactly.
like that.
Yeah, but I would love to. I would love to just be out, right? Not that I would love to, but like out in the woods. Me and a small group of people. But even then, who are you gonna trust, right? Food runs out.
Yeah.
It's all who's the craziest person in the group?
I
Who's
s-
gonna fucking club you in your sleep?
If I always say if I ever won enough money or like made enough money, saved enough money, whatever, to afford to get like one of those like tiny prefabbed houses and just put it and just like bought like an empty plot of land, put it out in the middle of that plot of land. Got some solar panels, like live completely off the grid other than internet because I'm not going to survive
Homesteading.
without internet.
You talk about homesteading, right?
Yeah, but like off the grid to the point where like yeah, basically like homesteading, like off the grid to the point where like I'm back to like the septic tank concept and like, wells and stuff like that.
That stuff's fun, right? It's cool. I couldn't do it full time, but like I would love to have a little
Yeah.
little weekend getaway like that. But like to do that for the foreseeable future, some people could absolutely do that. Me, I'm like I would love to go there and like hang out
Yeah.
and have like a sustainable living situation. But like I also want to go back and lay on the world's comfiest couch and watch TV on a 65-inch screen every once in a while.
See, what I would do is I would do fake off the grid where it was like it looks like I'm off the grid but I'm not.
There you go. Yeah, that's it.
I could do that. I love modern day luxuries. I do. I mean, we do a podcast. I like being on the internet. Like,
Right?
I don't think I could leave this behind and just be like, whatever. Like, you see all the people on TikTok, like, yeah, the only piece of technology I have is my phone and my computer, and my computer runs on like it has internet, but it's not the greatest internet. I'm like, well, I stream. I have to have good internet.
Yeah. Yeah, I still like Applebee's.
Yeah,
I love outdoors and I love
fucking
survival. God damn it,
Crapplebee's.
but I still want to go to Outback Steakhouse once a year.
Ooh, yeah. I don't know if I could go without a bloomin' onion every once in a while.
Right? They're not even that good, but the idea of a bloomin' onion far outweighs the negatives of like how not great it actually is. It's always soggy and falling apart, and everyone's got their little fucking mittens, and then I'm just
Maybe I should make a bloomin' onion, like a
Do it.
homemade bloomin' onion. I have
Please
that Dutch
do
oven.
it.
I could totally fry something in it.
Please do it. They have tutorials online on how to cut it exactly so it like expands.
Yeah,
out.
so when it like starts to cook, it expands. Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, I have to check that out.
Speaking of the Dutch ovens, When I was camping, I baked bread. I just baked bread
Yeah,
at a
you were
campsite.
talking about that last time. Oh man, I found a recipe in the Skyrim book for dough, for like simple dough or whatever, to
A
make
sweet roll?
hand pies. Like the festival pies that
Hand pies?
like
I think I've seen that one.
the festival pies that you get in ESO for the event?
Yes.
You do okay, so like you can make these like little hand pies. They're just like packed with like a little bit of meat and everything. And they're like the perfect little thing for meal prep lunches. So like when I'm out on the go at work and stuff like that, like I could just pull this thing out and just start snacking on it while I'm on the go and stuff like that. So I really, really like the idea of like I want to start making my own dough. And you inspired me because you said Liv made the dough and you made it in the Dutch oven.
She's so good.
I might start
She's
doing
so
that.
good with. Talk to Liv about it. I mean, you have the recipe, but like, oh my goodness, she just makes just so good. It's just it's so much, and it's always in the fridge, always ready to just throw in the oven or throw in a Dutch oven.
That's
or
perfect.
we have a bread maker. There's like multiple. You could do it however you want.
And I always have yeast on me because I make mead. So like I always just have yeast on me.
Speaking of mead, when's the next batch?
Once I'm confirmed that my sink isn't shit. Because I need to be able to wash this stuff and like
sink.
Yeah, because like the problem is I gotta fill up a basin of my sink, put that like antibacterial disinfectant stuff in there, and then soak all the equipment in that so like it doesn't get any contamination. And I can't do that because my sink is the pipe burst, it's overflowing, and blah blah blah. Me and my grandpa actually pulled all the pipes out and ran a snake through the main pipe today to try to like unclog it, and we were pulling out lint. So the washing machine is what's fucking it up. So I went to segue into Dollar Tree. Went to Dollar Tree today.
Really?
Because this all happened this morning. Like we're starting this a little late because this all happened this morning. And it's been clogged for a while, but like the burst cap happened this morning. So I went to Dollar Tree and I bought one of those like mesh metal strainers to put in the wash basin next to the washing machine because that's where the water deposits out and that's where all the lint would be. So I put like a little mesh strainer to keep the lint from getting into the actual pipes. It'll drain a little bit slower, but it'll keep my pipes from clogging. So I got that. And I also got for $1.
What the fuck is that?
I got a mop broom or mop stick.
Okay.
For $1 I got a Swiffer thing. And it comes with the Velcro on the side and the little thing on the back, so you can use any brand.
Nice.
With it. But they also sell their own mop pads for Swiffers for $1. So this whole setup cost me $3.
I would be interested in you doing a test, right? With
maybe
do like
should.
Like half do like half a room with the Dollar Tree mop head, and then or not that obviously do it all with the mop head, but like with the Swiffer attachment, and then do the other room with like brand name, because they got to be like $3 a piece for the brand name Swiffer, right?
Oh, I think they're more than that unless you go to like Walmart. I think Walmart has like the cheap like all-in-ones, but like literally $3 for all that, and it comes with like and you could buy 10 packs of the wet mop things for what was it, $1? His Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
And I got a little like mop bucket, which I'm gonna use for the sink because just in case it like starts leaking again, I can.
Let me see the bucket.
It's just a nice it's a tiny little bucket. It's not huge, but it's like about a gallon maybe.
You think a gallon? Cool, because you know what, buckets are just useful. Is a lifesaver, right? I've never been somewhere and been like, man, I sure wish I didn't have this bucket with me.
And speaking of buckets and survival and everything, have a bucket, collect rainwater.
Collect and go to jail for it too.
Oh yeah, that's illegal in some places. I forgot about that. It actually is illegal in some places to collect rainwater.
Yeah, I don't know the logistics of that. I just know that that's like everyone's argument is like, you trying to tell me I can do this, but I can't collect rainwater? Like, go collect rainwater. Yeah. No one's gonna knock on your fucking door, dude.
Yeah, no. Also, but I did buy the whole milk.
The box milk?
The box milk. For $1.
Out of the fridge.
It's a quart for $1. That's pretty freaking good considering Aldi quarts are like $1.50 something, so you're saving money.
Drink some of it right now. Let me know how it is.
It's warm.
Drink it.
But so before I drink it, I'll drink it in a second.
All right. I
Uh,
just bullied you into drinking warm milk.
it's like 12 grams. I mean, it's literally milk and vitamin D3, which is the same as in every other milk. But in this packaging, because it's no light, nothing can get to it. It's sealed and everything. 14th of April, 2022 is its expiration date.
Why isn't all milk like that? Why does milk go bad in fucking 3.5 days? You know how much waste that produces? Like when they don't sell it, they just that's wild.
And like,
why are we? And the plastic's not even. Is the plastic in milk container recyclable?
Yes, it is.
That
it has a recyclable symbol, but depending on what the number is in the middle, it might not actually be. But according to this modern process with ultra-high temperature pasteurization and packaging keeps the milk fresh and natural for several months without refrigeration. Once this carton has been opened, it must be kept refrigerated. Used within 14 days after opening. So buy bulk of these and you got milk.
Now what's... got milk.
So like it basically just like I can have this so when I run out of like the plastic jug of get milk in my fridge, I don't have to worry about rushing to open this up. Like, you know, like that's super awesome. I'm gonna open it now because
What's the downside? What's the downside to this?
Serve chilled. I'm gonna drink it warm, but whatever.
Warm milk. What's the downside to? Is it ultra pasteurized? Is that bad? Is that like he's drinking the warm boxed milk?
It just tastes like milk.
It's milk.
Like it just tastes like milk. It doesn't taste any different. It smells a little weird, but
what does it smell like?
Like warm milk.
Yeah.
It's not bad, like honestly, and it's like, and okay, so because of the special packaging and long shelf life, this milk is perfect choice for school lunch, hiking, biking, camping, travel, food storage, emergency preparedness. So
there we go. On
the topic of what we were just been talking about, I don't
say the date again. Say the shelf date again.
Before I opened it, 14th April 2022, and they say once you open it, 14 days. So I mean, that's still 2 weeks from now.
April 2022. So what is that? 6 months from now?
No,
I don't even know what month it is.
9 months from now.
Wow.
So that's pretty good. 9 months, like shelf life, and it probably was longer. I just happened to just grab the only whole milk one that was left because it's all I drink.
Yeah, it's probably good for 3 years. It's just been sitting on the Dollar Tree shelf for 2 of them.
Yeah, right. I bet you. Actually, this is the last one on the shelf, so it must be like a really like hot commodity. I would buy more.
I saw them.
I would have bought more. I would have bought like 10 of these bitches and just thrown them in my storage.
Yeah, I saw them. I saw them at my
Oh,
local...
you did see them?
Yeah, I saw them, and I'm like laughing at them. Like, this is fucking disgusting. But like, I need to look up like. There has to be a downside to like what's ultra pasteurized? Like what is that as opposed to like
temperature pasteurization? You know what? This is what we're gonna do right now. Did you get a
No, absolutely not.
Temperature.
I don't have a damn thing.
Ultra high temperature pasteurization.
What's the negative
to
this box of milk?
Ultra high pasteurization is a food processing technology that sterilizes liquid food by heating it above 135 degrees Celsius, 275 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature required to kill many bacteria endospores for 2 to 5 seconds. So basically, they superheat this stuff, and that's why, like, and actually, I don't know if you can tell on here, but it ballooned out the second I opened it. So they put it in there warm and let it cool. So so it was like it's like basically an isolated thing.
Yeah.
Now,
is there any negative effects on the cows in which they're getting this milk from? Is it still ethical? Is it as ethical as having a cow in a stall can be and milking them every day?
Negative effects can cause Maillard browning and change the taste and smell of dairy products.
Whatever. I'm just worried about like ethical things as far as like the animal, Like whatever. If it's like a little unhealthy for me,
the only thing is that it gets rid of the good bacteria in milk, because there is bacteria.
The probiotics?
Yeah, the probiotics. That's like the one thing people are saying. It just kills the probiotic stuff in the milk, which is whatever. Milk's still good for you. I mean,
and it's a luxury to have in a goddamn in a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Yeah,
having milk
and having
what are you,
these
a king?
Cartons. Let's be honest here. Like, oh my goodness, I'm
sell them for $1,000 a piece.
Yeah, right. I could sell them for a sack of corn.
Yeah, trade him for 2 chickens.
Dad, where's your power drill? I traded it to some sucker for a sack of corn.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
I
so yeah, so
What's
now
up?
like I'm coming around. Like as we were talking about survival, like suddenly I'm seeing a reason why this would be an awesome thing to have. Like I like it a lot.
Right?
And
Go get that and a big container of the Mountain House whatever, like dehydrated chicken meal or something like that. There you go. You get yourself survival food for the next year.
Oh, also fun fact, mustard, because of the way it's processed and everything, like yellow mustard has like almost an indefinite shelf life too. And naturally occurring honey has an indefinite shelf life.
Really?
Like they were finding like jars of honey in ancient Roman like structures that all you have to do is heat it up and it was perfectly good honey again.
Yeah, because what? It just like solidifies, right?
Yeah, because it's basically just like it just like solidifies. I actually have solidified honey. It crystallizes and it bacteria can't do anything to it for some reason. I don't know, but honey is worth having. Build yourself an apiary, guys. Have bees.
I always like that. I've actually, for a good portion of my life, I was afraid of bees because who likes getting stung by bees? I'm not allergic to them.
I am. I'm like super allergic.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Are you like if you got stung, are you going to the hospital?
Oh yeah. Not
Really?
Not honeybees. It's mostly hornets and wasps. It's those kind of things.
Are wasps a completely different like species?
Yeah, essentially. Like hornets are. I don't know what hornets are, but hornets get it to me the worst. Like if I get stung by a wasp, I'll swell up a lot. But if I get stung by a hornet, it's hospital visit.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I won't
years ago,
I won't like close up my trachea or anything. Like, but it will kill me if
Yeah.
I don't do anything about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you carry an EpiPen?
No. No.
Why not?
They're expensive.
Well, would you rather fucking die?
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
I'd rather die than have to spend however X amount of dollars on an EpiPen every
How much is an
couple years.
EpiPen?
I don't know.
Let's see.
I just
EpiPen price. What do we got here? Shopping. Can you buy them online? Oh, that's a trainer. Maybe epinephrine. Oh, wow. Yeah. Holy
yeah.
shit. $400
for one EpiPen that's like maybe this
Holy
big.
shit.
And it's
Yeah,
one-time use.
a one-use EpiPen. Holy shit.
That's why I don't buy them. Like it's fine.
That's so scary. People need this shit, right? People need this. People need to carry an EpiPen around, right?
I mean, there are ways to like around it. And I know like one of the big things is if you get stung, like absolutely don't panic, because if you start letting that like the endorphins and everything and like the high kind of run through, you can like you can cause a reaction to go faster because now your body's panicking. So
Panicking Skywalker.
But yeah, so yeah, that's I mean like that's a big reason why I don't buy EpiPens. If you go to like Canada, you can buy them like super cheap.
Probably, yeah, right. Or Mexico, right? Don't people do that? Don't people run over the border and then come back and sell them at reasonable prices?
EpiPens and insulin are like the two big things
that
people go over the border for.
I knew that about insulin because it's like it's insane. Like people literally need this to live, and I don't know. I don't know the logistics of it, but
I don't want to get.
It should be more accessible.
The medical field is fucked up in the U.S. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
go to Canada.
That's my those are my Dollar Tree purchases for the day. Like I said, the tarp at Big Lots was $5. So, you know, like I'm gonna totally go back and get that.
I did just order a rain tarp for my hammock.
Yeah, you know what? How much are they? Because I would be tempted to get one that wasn't a tarp because they're lighter. You know, lighter weight.
Yeah, it's very lightweight. If you look it up right now on Amazon, it's on sale for $15. It's the Foxelli rain tarp.
Bad. That's worth it.
It's not the biggest or the best. There is one that I really would rather get, but for $15, it's worth a try.
I'm looking at this Ripstop brand.
Oh, I don't know. All I know is that the Foxelli one is on sale right now for $15. There's the one Wise Owl or something. It's the one that I would prefer.
Yeah.
And it's only $40. But then there's a higher end brand called ENO, and those
Oh
go from
yeah, I've
like
seen those.
60. Yeah, they sell them at REI. They go from like 70 to like $200, and they're you know the best.
I love the camping
But
hammocks. Have you seen the camping hammocks? The ones that come with a mosquito net that like are built
I
right
have
in.
one, baby. Let's
$50.
go.
Like
That's what I
that's
slept
not
in.
bad. I would get one of those for $50. That's like your entire like that's like 90% of your camping gear right there, just built
It's
in.
the best. I didn't have to set up a tent. I didn't have to bend because I'm huge. I'm a large person. I don't want to have to like
Yeah.
get on my hands and knees, pull stakes out, bend down the whole time, roll everything up. This was so easy. You just stand up, tie it up to a tray, slap a tarp over it. It's like it's easier physically for me.
Damn. Okay, hang on. I gotta
What?
look because I just saw the weight and now it like and then like the thing loaded in, so I have no idea where the weight is again.
Yeah, I have a really
It's
nice
like less than a kilogram. Holy crap!
oh, these little rain tarps?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're so lightweight. They're so tiny. They pack up so small.
yeah, and then like the tent and pole. Oh, this one comes with poles. That net one that you have, the hammock, it comes with its own poles. Like that's insane.
The little stakes?
Yeah, the tent and tarp poles. Oh, that's like
Yeah, yeah, they're cool. It's not the best one, but for $15, it's worth it to have in your car or when you go camping, and
oh
it'll save you from a rainstorm.
oh, your boy's gonna be like really diving into like maybe like once a paycheck buying like go bag stuff.
Ask me about it, man. I got my bag is
We need to go.
amazing.
We need to go camping. I know I didn't make it down last weekend because I was like super sick. So we should like plan a camping trip.
Whenever you want. I'm into camping. If you didn't know that,
I'll
go whenever, go wherever.
And the more I think about it, I'd much rather camp than like go to like either of our towns just because I like being away from people, when I'm like going
Yeah.
on vacation. I want to like hang out at like a campsite, I don't feel like
Right?
the rush of having to do anything. And if I want to go to a town, like you just go to a town, but then you can retire
Exactly.
away.
Right? Oh, talking about camping and the things you do while camping. Obviously, hiking
Fucking
is
intense.
a big thing. It's well, yeah.
It's so fucking intense.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
anyway, when the last time I was camping, we went hiking, and I wear Crocs like 90% of the time. I love them. They're comfortable, easy on, easy off. But when you can't hike in them because once your feet start sweating, you start sliding around inside of them. So when I went hiking, I brought my hiking boots. They're Columbia. They're decent. They're not like top of the line.
Yeah.
But they're bulky. They're clunky. They're not good enough in like the mud and the snow to justify being hiking boots.
Oh, and they're not good on like uneven terrain because it makes your like ankles like because it's like stiff around the ankles and everything.
Yeah, it was giving me a blister on the back of my on the back of my Achilles tendon, if you will.
Oh damn! All the way up there, you're getting blisters.
They're pretty high up. They're pretty
Yeah.
high. So I was like, you know what? I want something easier. I want something that I can hike in that's similar to Crocs. So someone I know, I saw him wearing these badass. They're like hiking sandals, and I'm like, dude.
Oh, you were
tell
talking
me
about these last week. Did you ended up getting them, right?
Did I end up getting them? Look at these things.
Oh my god! Yo,
They are hiking sandals.
I
Let me
love
paint
the
you guys a
nebula
picture.
design on it, too.
Right?
That's so cool.
Right, let me paint you guys a picture for you Spotify listeners. Imagine a lightweight, like a Merrell or a Keen, like hiking shoe. Very lightweight, not like bulky. And then mix that with a sandal. So it's open in the back, but there's a strap that goes around your ankle. The sides are, have cutouts in them for maximum airflow. Very, very grippy bottom, like a hiking shoe. And an enclosed toe for maximum protection. And if you need to get extreme, you need to tighten up the grip a little bit, there's a bungee and you go and it tightens it right up. It cinches it up as if they were shoelaces. These are called the Keen Newport H2s. I got them for like 35% off directly from the manufacturer, so it's covered by their warranty.
Ooh,
It's
yeah.
not a knockoff. And yeah, it's a galaxy colorway, so they look sick.
I'm about that. I like that a lot.
Check them out. Keenfootwear.com. I don't know, something like that.
I can't stop
But yeah,
looking at
there's-
these hammocks.
I love them. I'm
about the
I
hammock
love them.
life, dude.
Dude, so I had an idea to make a Now, if this YouTube channel name isn't already taken, everyone's an idiot. Right? Everyone in the world's an idiot if this YouTube channel isn't already a thing. It has to be. But I haven't looked it up, so I can't confirm. So as far as I'm concerned, it's my idea. It has to be taken, though, right? Make a hammock channel and just call it The Hammock King. It has to be already taken.
I want to like it.
You don't like the Hammock King? The King of Hammocks? The Hammock King?
I'm looking it up right now.
It could be. It has to be. There has to be. We would just unintentionally plugged a YouTuber. And if it's not, I'm going to go.
No, it doesn't. It's actually not a YouTube channel.
We're taking it, and we're going to make a Hammocking YouTube channel where we just
make an alternate account
places.
right now before this goes up.
I will. Before this video even goes live, you're looking at the Hammock King.
Yeah, because it's just the art of hammocking. Like, just hammock with ing at the end. Hammock King isn't taken, though.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, my God.
Like,
yeah,
I'll just have to capitalize the K in that, you know?
Yeah,
the Hammock King.
Yeah, just make an alternate account. You can do it. Like, on your same email. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. You guys are looking at the Hammock King.
Yeah, there we go.
So,
love it.
I can't believe I can't...
Yo, there's so many hammock videos.
I know. It's
I love it.
I just always have, every time I go fishing, Liv just brings her hammock, and I go fishing, and she just falls asleep in a hammock. She's into hammocking as well. It's a hobby.
We're just gonna next time we go camping, there's just gonna be like 4 or 5 hammocks just spread across the entire campground. It's cost effective, space effective, because it's not taking up a lot of floor with the big ass tent and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
more room to move around around the campsite.
Yeah, you got a lot more real estate to work with. You could set up like a nice grill or whatever, because you don't have to. You're not taking up space in the back. I could actually take my smoke. Well, no, my smoker's plug-in, so you really couldn't use it. I would love. I almost want to get a charcoal grill for camping.
Yeah. That would be.
I
cool.
like propane, but like, I don't know, charcoal grilling there's an aesthetic to it.
And you could put the Dutch oven directly on the charcoal.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing too. Like, you could cook, like you could bake bread. But then again, I would rather just like forego using a grill altogether and just get
start a fire.
Really good at making fire-made stuff. Like,
yeah. Well, so before we get too far off, I do want to say one thing about the hammocks. My biggest concern when I was, because this past whenever I went camping, that was the first time where I was sleeping overnight in a hammock, because I always do tents. So I was sleeping in a hammock through the night, and my biggest concern is that, like, I wouldn't feel safe. I wouldn't feel like, because when you go camping, your tent is like your safe space. You have your
it's like
your stuff in there. You're sleeping.
It gives you like that illusion of safety.
Exactly. Like, you're out. If a bear wants to club you in the fucking head, he's going to. But you have that little safety net, if you will, that your little safe space. And I was worried that I wasn't going to have that. I was worried I was going to feel like vulnerable or like just open to the outside world while I was sleeping. And as soon as I got in this tent, I had a rainfly. I took the rainfly from my tent and I put it over me. As soon as I laid in this tent, it was like just perfect,
like cozy, like a cocoon.
It was my little space, and it felt like I was just in a really small tent, and I loved it. So if that's a concern of yours, the only problem with it was just, I wake up like 3 times in the middle of the night to pee, and that sucks.
Oh, so besides that, I actually thought of an idea. Like, if you like are in an area that you want to like be higher up, what if you got like straps that you could wrap around a tree and put the hammock higher up on the tree, and you
I would
just
love
climb
to do that.
up to it.
That'd be awesome. And you know what we should do? When we go hammocking, we should do like bunk beds.
Oh my God, just have us on top of each other.
Yeah, just stacked on top.
I hope I don't roll off, because then I'm just gonna go straight down on you.
I don't know if like it's absolutely possible to roll off of a hammock, but like
you're kind of like encased a little bit, so it's hard to like actually roll off of a hammock.
Yeah, like
unless you're on like those stiff ones with
around.
like the bars in them.
Yeah, and even then you got to swing it. Like, I was on my back, and then I would move onto my side, and it's stable. It's It's stable. You just got to make sure you set it up correctly. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was hammocking is cool.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on hammocking.
Oh my god,
Get
we're
it?
gonna turn into hammock hipsters.
I hope so. I'm okay with it.
I love it.
okay
I'm
with
about it. It's just funny. Oh my god, some of these are really fucking cool. Like I can't stop looking
shit.
at these hammocks with like the nets and the tents built right into them.
I have the net in my I have the bug net in my hammock, but there's one. Oh man, look up if you get a chance. Look up. It's called like the Lawson hammock. Oh, it's so sick.
I might have to.
It's like 200 something, probably $250, but oh, it looks so good.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of even like cheaper hammocks. You know, as long as you sleep in them correctly, because you're supposed to like lay in the center of it and then kind of put your feet off like 15-20 degrees to the left, and then take your shoulders and head and move them 15-20 degrees off to the right, so you're not sitting in like the deep V of the hammock. It kind of like flattens you out, so it's better for your back. So like there's a correct way to hammock. Follow the Hammock King for more hammocking tips.
Oh my god. If you don't have that up by Monday, I swear.
I will. I'm going to do it as soon as we hit end. I'm taking that. Even if I never do anything with it, I just don't want anyone to take my idea.
I love it.
So fuck you guys. I'll sell it to someone. If anyone's the actual Hammock King, right? That's like when people buy up like, right? Didn't someone buy like DallasCowboys.com? And then the Dallas Cowboys were like, what the fuck? Like,
Oh
and
my
then they
God.
sold it to him.
Did you hear-
They sold him the domain.
Oh, did you hear remember when Toys R Us went under and everything, and they had to sell off the domains to their
No.
and everything? Apparently,
No.
Toys R Us was buying like a bunch of domains that were like linked to adult that could have been construed as like adult sites, because they didn't want people like kids looking up Toys R Us and accidentally making it to
Oh.
adult sites. So
on
now,
them.
there's a bunch of like adult toys sites that are like related to Toys R Us, the Toys R Us brand name, because it doesn't exist anymore.
Really?
They're
Well,
auctioning
I
off
guess,
these
you know,
domains. It's hilarious. I didn't even realize that. It never occurred to me until I like read that article about it. I was like, oh wow, they like actually bought up all these sites so kids couldn't accidentally end up on like dongsrus.com.
Dogs are us. Well, I mean, imagine imagine you're like an adult toy shop, right? And you're like, yo, fuck it. We're taking toysrus.com, right? Right? They're like, what's the... It's perfect.
It really is.
Yeah, but like there's obviously moral issues with that.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think kids nowadays probably aren't too aware of Toys R Us. I think that's
no one even knows what Toys R Us is.
it's like it's like Blockbuster. Like I don't think a lot of people,
Right?
A Blockbuster could be another one.
Cockbuster. Anyway.
Sorry. Oh
Anyway.
no. All right. Yeah, so with that, you got anything else for
I didn't even have anything to begin with.
Yeah, well, we got a good survival discussion
Yeah.
today.
I love how like
We always
first,
go
like-
in not knowing what we're doing and just kind
well,
of
we
fall
did
into
it.
it.
The first couple of episodes on the revamp, we were like super like really diligent, like doing homework, having like charts and graphs, like this is what we're doing and this is a good idea and we should say this and we should do this, and we're like really proud, like really like, wow, we're such professionals. And like 10 episodes in, we're just like, you got anything? Like, nope. What about you? Nope. We winging it? Yep.
Is this the sign that we're better now because we can make a whole episode about something offhand
Sure.
and like improvise, or is this
Is
a
it?
sign of a quality drop?
Oh, I don't know. Tell us in the comments.
Yeah.
Have you noticed a severe decrease in the quality since we've fucking done nothing to prepare for this?
Well, because
or do we like?
I think we're just
we
like,
don't know where the episodes can go. We have no idea where the episodes are going.
Well-
To like zero idea in any way, shape, or form. We didn't even talk about it before. We didn't even talk about what we could possibly be discussing in this episode before. Every single thing that we've talked about in this episode is just like off the top of our heads that we
Yeah.
haven't discussed.
you know, and it's funny because I thought about it and I'm like, I think we have like our own little like things that we like to do like in our personal lives, enough to the point where we're doing our own research for things that we like to do, so we can bring it to the table on Half-Fast Broke, and we don't need to like do extra research because we're already doing research about things that we enjoy. So we're just sharing what we do in our lives, you know, like as broke people, these are the activities we do. Like,
it's true. And hammocking can be as affordable or as expensive as you want it to be.
Just like,
you know,
streaming.
like you can, yeah, right. But just like anything,
yeah, really.
You know, like you can. I want to say so I got my hammock as a gift. Liv's sister actually got me a hammock. I want to say it's probably like 40, 50, probably maybe $40 hammock, and it's fucking awesome. And it's a double. So I'm heavy and I'm large, so I use a 2-person hammock, and that's also suggested for a lot of people. If you are sleeping, if you're hammock camping, it's suggested to get a double hammock, because it allows the sides to go up so you sleep deeper in it. So if you are tossing and turning, you don't like roll out of it.
I don't know if I could sleep in a hammock with another person. I feel like you'd all just end up in the middle.
Just on top of each other. We'll try it out next time we go camping.
Okay, bet.
We'll put it. Fucking hold you to it. I'm gonna be like laying in the middle of the night. He's like, "You fucking remember what you said?"
Just
no!
laying on top of you. My beard's like covering your face.
Please stop. Your beard's tickling my toes. All right.
Enough. On that note, we should end the episode now before it gets a little too weird.
It just got weird. That's all right. Not too bad.
Yeah. Right.
I got nothing else to say. Everyone, thank you all so much. Really appreciate all the support, all the viewing and the listening and the feedback. But don't stop there. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, don't forget to
just talk to me. I'm fucking lonely. Talk to me, okay?
Yeah, he is pretty lonely.
I am lonely. I'm sad, and I just want to go hammocking.
Yeah, right.
That's it. I want to go hammocking and forage for mushrooms. With that being said, everyone, have a fantastic night. Diff, you got anything?
Like, comment, share, subscribe, and check us out on our own personal things. Eric's now a streamer again, so
barely. I'm like, I don't even like want to schedule, but like I'm having so much fun. I'm doing a national parks tour in my flight simulator. So just the other day, I started it. I started from Acadia National Park in Maine to Cuyahoga in Ohio.
Oh,
I did it in an aircraft that I've never flown before. I did it in a King Air, which just because it goes really fast, and I had a lot of distance to cover, and ran out of fuel halfway. Had to do an emergency landing, and got back. I nailed it though. I've never landed this aircraft before, and I'm going onto this really really small airport, and I nailed it. So I'm very happy with that.
Nice.
So next, I actually might be streaming today. So by the time you guys hear this, you'll probably have missed the stream already, but check me out, twitch.tv/sberic407.
Yeah, I'm actually planning on streaming today too. I do it a little bit more consistently though. I'm like generally like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so like yeah.
It's true. He's what they call more professional than I am.
I'm just consistent, not professional.
Yeah.
But Eric's streams are awesome. I think he's a better streamer than me, for sure.
Well, 9 out of 10 doctors would agree.
All right, sign us off.
All right, everyone. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate it. Have a fantastic night. Stay safe. And remember to enjoy yourself, okay? Don't work too hard, but also work towards what you love, okay? If there's something that you're passionate about, maybe put the wheels in motion. If you're kind of sleeping on it for a little bit and kind of been putting it off and not really doing what you love, maybe this is your sign. Get your shit together and do what you love, all right? All right, everyone. That's it. I don't have this up again. I will catch everyone next week. Have a fantastic night. See ya.